And joining us in studio today, we have one of the candidates, Marcellus Cruz, joining us. So welcome, Marcellus. Great to have you here. But Marcellus, you are going to be facing several other candidates in the Democratic primary. So introduce yourself to your public. What do you think people need to know about you? Why are you running for this position?
I'm a candidate because it is time to connect the dots between education, crime, poverty, and welfare. I believe that workforce and economic development, we have to laser focus on it now. Over 150,000 jobs were not filled last year that we could have filled in the state of Maryland. In Prince George's County alone, I had over 10 jobs that I wanted to fill, but I did not have qualified, certified workers. And so my point here is it is time for us to focus on excellence, getting a lot of adults trained through certifications, certification education into those jobs. We can do this and we can ramp this up, and we can also do a lot better. I think the data is in. It is time to add a second pathway in our education system. The data is clear that when you add entrepreneurship, certifications, and apprenticeships, kids stay in school to the tune of 25% more. So when you get to a 96 percentile graduation rate. And so with that clear data and what we've been doing, I think it is time that we do that, and we start at sixth grade. We don't wait to high school, because what we're doing is we're waiting too late. And so our young people, they grow up, they're already coding in grade 5. They're ready. A lot of them will tell you what they would like to do in their future career.
So education, a real big issue for you. What about some other issues? Crime, for example?
Well, crime. 75% of all inmates dropped out of school. In the state of Maryland, in 2023, 8.5 dropped out of school. Then last year, over 9% dropped out of school. And a lot of them, then 60% of them end up committing crime. So that tells us that we have to start with education. That is the key to keep people from getting into this cycle of feeling helpless. And that's how I see it. So that's why I focus on education, because education does affect crime and poverty.
So you are a businessman. You were telling us about your technology company.
Yes.
How do you envision using technology to propel Prince George's County in the future, and also about renewable energy solutions?
I love that question. So right now, our government needs to modernize. Innovation, DePi, we're talking about that constantly in our forums. Well, to me, that's just, we need to modernize DePi. We need to bring it into, and bring AI to it. I think a lot of times, a lot of officials, politicians, they're afraid of technology. They don't totally understand it. They have to bring in advisors. I wouldn't have to bring in an advisor. We could start day one implementing AI and bring some efficiencies to a lot of the services that we provide. I think those are the small tickets for someone like me. I want to focus on how do we grow our commercial tax base, because that's truly how we get out of the deficit that we're in. It's time for excellence. It's time for us to bring a lot. We have the largest small registered businesses of any county.
A lot going on in Prince George's County.
Yeah.
10 seconds. Why should someone vote for you?
You should vote for me because it's time for change. It's time for a new face, and it's time for excellence. We can do this. Workforce and economic development should be front and center.
All right, Marcellus Cruz, Democratic candidate for Prince George's County Executive. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
It's great to talk to you today.